Now I will discuss applications of bimetallic strip from the lesson Sources and Effects of Heat Energy. It is also on page 130 in the book. Before I discuss applications of bimetallic strip, I will briefly tell you what a bimetallic strip is. A bimetallic strip is made up of two separate metals like iron and brass, and they are joined together as you can see here. Now, bimetallic strips are used in a number of different electronic devices and appliances. One of that is a thermostat. Now, what thermostat is? Are those devices that are used to control temperature in electrical appliances. Now, various electrical appliances that we use at our homes are electric iron, heaters, refrigerators, air conditioners, ovens, and electric stoves. Once again, we will briefly discuss bimetallic strip. A bimetallic strip is a strip made up of two metals. A bimetallic strip is a strip made up of two metals like iron and brass. When these two are joined together, they make up a bimetallic strip, and when they are heated, thermal expansion and contraction may take place. Now, if we talk about applications of bimetallic strip, these are used in thermostats. So these thermostats are basically the devices that are used to control temperature in different electronic appliances, and everyday electronic appliances like electric iron, electric heaters, refrigerators, air conditioners, ovens, and electric stoves are the examples. Now we will discuss the basic structure of an electric iron. Look very carefully at this diagram. As you can see here that the heating element is there at the very bottom or the base of the electric iron. Then there is a fixed point. This fixed point is just above the heating element. Then this red part that you can see here, the red one, is basically the bimetallic strip, and we will discuss basically how bimetallic strip also works in the electric iron. Above the bimetallic strip is a part that we call as the temperature control center, and this long wire that you see is the electric wire through which the iron is going to be connected with the switch. Once again, we will discuss the whole structure of the electric iron or the construction of it. At the base of this iron that you see here, this part, this is called as the heating element. Then above it, this part that you can see is the fixed contact. Above the fixed contact, this red part that you see here is actually the metal strip, and it is called as the bimetallic strip. Above the bimetallic strip, this part that you can see is the temperature control center, and this part is actually the electric wire through which electricity will be supplied. Now I will discuss the working of electric iron, how it works. Now firstly, electric current flows through its heating element and it becomes hot. When it becomes hot, on heating, the bimetallic strip that is connected with the heating element through a spring also begins to heat up. What is very important here, you have to see that the bimetallic strip that is connected with the heating element through a spring also begins to heat up. When it is being heated up, it means that on heating, further on getting hot, the bimetallic strip will bend and is disconnected from the heating element. If it bends, the bimetallic strip bends, then it means that thermal expansion has taken place. So this causes the circuit to be open and switches off the iron. Now this was one part of the working. Next, on cooling, the bimetallic strip straightens. The circuit is again closed and the iron is switched on. So on cooling, the bimetallic strip will come to its actual position or shape, that is, it straightens. Earlier it was bending. Now it straightens. So the circuit is again closed and the iron is switched on. So this is how on cooling thermal contraction will take place in the electric iron. Therefore, the two important parts that we have discussed earlier in the application, thermal expansion and thermal contraction has taken place in the electric iron, and therefore the heating up of the bimetallic strip causes it to bend and cooling causes it to straighten, and this is how the electric iron works.